This week on Stockshow Confidential, we're at the State Fair of Texas. We're going to meet some of the exhibitors and some of the executives that put on this wonderful event. Stockshow Confidential is brought to you by the following sponsors: Sullivan Show Supply and Stockshow University, SureChamp, Showmaster Feeds, StockshowConfidential.com, Rogers Ford, and Paragon Bed Covers. You know, to those that are familiar with the stock show circuit, there's one guy that stands high above the rest.
Big Tex and the State Fair of Texas welcome Stockshow Confidential.
Hey, thanks, Big Tex. Hi, I'm Terry Jordan, and welcome to Stockshow Confidential. This week, we're at the State Fair of Texas, and we have got a behind-the-scenes pass to everything this great event can provide to the general public. We're going to take you inside the show barns, talk to some of the showmen and showwomen. We'll also visit with some of the judges to get some very valuable tips on helping you to become a better showman. And just maybe we'll take you and show you some of the attractions that make this fair so unique. It's the beginning of show season. You got your animal just right. All the hours that you've taken back home, getting ready to take him from here right into the show ring. You got to make sure that he's washed right, clipped right, all the components that go in to making your animal look like a champion. Let's hear from some experts of what they're looking for in a prized animal.
My name is Colby Birch. I'm the ag educator for Carroll and Kemper High Schools in Carroll, Iowa. My wife Mickey and I reside in Coon Rapids, Iowa, and we have about 150 head of ewes for show sheep production. Prior to that, I was born and raised in central Wyoming, where my family raised, we had sheep and cattle, and also had several hundred acres of irrigated hay. So I guess I've been involved in production agriculture all of my life, and now am involved through teaching and still production, and also through judging various shows around the country. When I judge market lamb shows, I have a set of priorities, and they include, number one is skeletal build. Within skeletal build, I look for a sheep that's generally really good in the shape and turn to their rib. This sheep right here, in my opinion, is one where even at that side view, he looks like his rib is coming out at you. It comes out of his spine, and he has a tremendous amount of curvature from his spine down to his sternum. So he's very bold and very round in terms of his rib shape. Beyond that, in terms of skeletal build, I think a market lamb needs to be correct in the angle to their shoulder. Their neck needs to tie in very high to the top of their shoulder, and they should be somewhat smooth in their shoulder, and then they should be very good in their chest floor. Beyond that as well, they should have a nice hip and hind leg. They should come very level and very square to their tail setting, and they should have just a subtle curvature to their rear leg. This lamb, in my opinion, is very correct in its hip and hind leg posture. It's very eye-appealing. It has what I call, it is what I would call aesthetically pleasing. Very easy on the eye. Beyond that, skeletal build, they just need to balance. If we focus on the sheep's underline, he gets progressively deeper from his elbow back to his rear flank. He is, in terms of balance, he's about, if we took a measurement from the ground up to his blade, top side of his scapula, and then from the start of his scapula to his tail, he's about equidistant. So he's very well proportioned. He gets progressively deeper from his foreflank back, and his length of hip is very good. So everything fits together very nicely. So ultimately, the priorities, the skeletal build and balance and muscle shape and trimness, this guy right here is the epitome of all those things. I think he does a very nice job of tying them all together. And realistically, this one, if he were to go to various shows around the country, whether it be Louisville, Kansas City, Denver, or various other majors, I think he could stand a lot of competition. This truly is one of the better ones that I've seen.
Say, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Feed the bugs. When you feed your cows, a well-functioning rumen with a healthy population of good bacteria and fungi is the foundation of a profitable cow herd. So how do you unlock the potential of the rumen? With Amifirm. Amifirm is a natural feed additive that fortifies products like VitaFirm and SureChamp. Best of all, research shows it actually increases beneficial bug populations by 15%. VitaFirm, SureChamp, and Amifirm. This stuff is good.
Sullivan Show Supply was established with the vision of producing more than just your ordinary show supply products. Whether it's fitting supplies you're looking for or the latest equipment, everything you need to make it into the winner's circle is right here. Don't just take it from me, take it from them. Sullivan Show Supply will be here before and after the sale.
Before the break, we met and learned some very valuable lessons from our State Fair of Texas Lamb Judge, Mr. Colby Birch. Now let's meet these two individuals that just won Grand and Reserve Champion Lamb.
Hi, my name is Ross Hargrove.
Hi, my name is JD Hargrove.
And I got the Grand Champion Lamb at the Stockshow.
I got the Reserve Grand Champion Lamb.
And we're from Stephenville, Texas. You meet a whole lot of people when you go to the stock shows, and so when you go to these shows, you meet a lot of people, and you can, you know, friends all around the state. It's just a really great thing to get involved in, honestly.
And it takes a lot of responsibility, and it teaches you things that it's really important.
I think it's really important that you find something that teaches your kids the idea of responsibility and dedication and setting goals. Our kids work really hard at this. I had a guy tell us when we first started that you could spend money on your children and take them to events like this and work with them and teach them this now, or you could wait and spend more money on counselors and lawyers later in life. So we chose to do the first part. We spend a lot of time with it. The family does it together.
I think one of the best things about this is just being able to see hard work pay off, really, because we work so hard in the barn and we work so hard just trying to get to this point, and when we finally achieve our goal, it feels really good.
They both had a goal to start this year of them to win Grand and Reserve at a major stock show this year, and to my knowledge, I don't know that that's been done at a major show in the past, as a brother and sister. And they worked towards that goal for the last, since we bought the sheep early in the year, and they've worked hard every day to obtain that goal. And it's just neat to see them and teach them that after all their hard work, that their goals can happen, that it'll pay off.
Another thing that we learned through this showing experience is work ethic, because you know, when we do this, we go out each and every day to feed our animals and to work with them and such. And that carries on to other things in life, teaching us how to be better workers and be better people in general, honestly.
Showmanship is the most important thing to get your sheep or any animal shown.
Because if your animal doesn't look the way it should, then you're not doing the best you can to get it presented. And whenever you show your animal, and you may have gotten beat by somebody right next to you, and you shake their hand, that shows that you have true showmanship.
You know, being in a stock show is so much more important than that gold buckle ever possibly could be. The times that you spend with your family inevitably shapes who we are and who we become.
Hello, I'm Laura Williams. I'm the Stephenville FFA Ag Science teacher. This is my 9th year at Stephenville and my 11th year as an Ag Science teacher. I'm very blessed this year. We've got the Grand and Reserve Grand Champion Lamb here at the State Fair. We also had a Champion Cross. And a lot of people think of FFA and they think that's all there is to the programs, and that, you know, we do a lot with the animals, and we do. But I think it's a misrepresentation for people to think that it's strictly based on animals. I got to have an animal to get an ag. That's what I hear the most, and that is not true. We have kids that obtain hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarships every year that never touch an animal. It's just not about animals, and you definitely need to get that mindset out of the public eye.
You know, I remember growing up as a kiddo and dealing with pink eye. Now, we've all had it or known someone that has. And even though the disease is not zoonotic, meaning transferred from animals to humans, it's still a very serious condition inside our lamb barn. Let's hear from our expert, Dr. Dustin McElwee, about this very sticky condition.
Hey, Dr. Bo, what is pink eye?
Pink eye in lambs is a bacteria that's transmitted by flies, dust, all kinds of things that are living in your barn. Gets attached to the eye firmly, causes pretty serious corneal ulcers.
How do I know if my lamb has it?
When they have it, it's first noticed, the first signs of it are tearing and pain in the eye. There'll be a slight blemish right in the center of the eye.
What do I do to treat it?
One of the best drugs that's labeled for it is LA200. It's oxytetracycline with a long-acting carrier that makes it last for a couple days. Some newer treatments in cases that aren't responding to that are new floor.
What do I do to prevent it?
The main thing is good, clean husbandry, keeping the dust down in your show barns and pens and environment, keeping the manure down so there's less breeding place for the flies. I'm Dr. Dustin McElwee with Brock Vet Clinic, Lamesa, Texas. You've been watching Stockshow Confidential. If you have more interest in this topic or would like more information, look up www.stockshowconfidential.com.
It's often said that great design takes something ordinary and turns it into something extraordinary. A Paragon truck bed cover is functional, tough, and visually appealing, all at the same time, and yet we haven't sacrificed a single detail in designing and making it.
You know, whenever we hit the trail to go to a major stock show, we trust everything that we own is protected by a Paragon bed cover. You know, a trip to the state fair just wouldn't be complete without walking the streets, talking to some of the exhibitors and vendors. You know, coming to the State Fair of Texas, everything is fried. We're going to try the fried bubble gum today. Gotta try it. You know, whenever you come to the State Fair of Texas, you can't leave without having a Fletcher's Original Corn Dog. Invented right here in Dallas, Texas in 1942 at the State Fair of Texas. Don't leave here without one of them. Thanks, sir. Yeah.
Howdy, I'm Warren Mayberry. I'm a superintendent here at the State Fair of Texas. I live in Austin, Texas, where I work for DuPont and Pioneer Seed. I'm very fortunate to be a volunteer in all 5 of the major shows, whether it's a superintendent as I am here at the State Fair of Texas, or on the board of the Star of Texas Fair and Rodeo, or involved in public speaking contests and judging and evaluating livestock across the state. So it's really a very natural feel. I grew up showing, and I grew up as a member of FFA. I mean, when you think about it, these kids are coming and their parents are coming and they're getting hotels, their restaurants, they are buying fuel. I mean, I can't even imagine what the economic impact is here in Dallas, but I've got to imagine it's in the several millions of dollars. And the thing that's really unique about that is, given the recession of 2009, the fairs have still been very strong. We've still seen a very high impact and turnout in these communities, and that tells me something greater. This is not just about kids showing and getting a check and a ribbon. It's a family activity. And when you think about where parents want to spend those dollars as we have to tighten our belt because of the economic downturn that we've experienced, the fair's not one of them. The livestock shows are very, very important to families because it's a family activity. It's the same as baseball or t-ball or football. It's just one of those things that we really like to do as a family. It's a pride thing, it's a giving back thing. It's one of those deals where you feel a sense of belonging, and you know that at the end of the day, when you get here at 6 a.m. in the morning, as many of the volunteers do, and you leave at 9 or 10, 11 o'clock at night, you know that at the end of the day, you've done something to help a young person. And one day I'll be at a point where I'll have to give this up because I'll have to sit by in my rascal. But I'll know that while I was able to give back and help a program that I got so much from. If you've not been to the State Fair of Texas, you're missing out. I mean, even Oprah has been to the State Fair of Texas. This is one of those opportunities where it's a family environment. We've got the largest Ferris wheel in the state, the best Corndogs that you can find, funnel cakes to beat the band, and good family, quality, wholesome entertainment. So I'm really proud to be a part of the State Fair of Texas and look forward to giving back more.
You know, a stock show is a great place to bring your family, and as you walk one of these world-class trade shows, you never know who you're going to run into. We're here at the State Fair of Texas. You're here with Ag Power. Tell us how you got involved in the stock show and the ag business.
Well, actually, we were down here filming a television show I do, Randy White Show, and Ag Power, Jack Rackey was kind enough to be one of our sponsors for the television show. And one of the things we do is come down here to the State Fair and take one of the shows down here at the Ag Power booth. And as you can see, we've got all these wonderful John Deere tractors and gators and every toys for the kids, t-shirts, everything you want John Deere is right here.
As you grew up as a youngster before the football career, did you ever show animals, do any of that kind of stuff?
No, I didn't, but I first drove a tractor when I was about 5 years old. My grandfather taught me how to drive a clutch when I was about 5 or 6 years old. That's where I learned how to drive, and was around more of the hunting and that angle of my grandfather had pigs, and but we were eating them. We weren't showing them. We were feeding them and eating them.
It's obvious that you did partake in some pigs a long time ago. So that's great. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming out. Thanks for seeing us.
Oh, thank you. I'm Randy White, and you're watching Stock Show Confidential. We'll be right back.
Ready to reach the winner's circle? Coming soon to a cattle show near you. Stockshow University is a free educational clinic open to all youth and adults, brought to you by Sullivan Supply. Clinics range from convenient hour-long sessions to comprehensive, in-depth, 2-day graduate programs. The best and most talented professors in the business will focus on all areas needed to achieve that championship look. Visit us today at www.sullivansupply.com for more information.
I'm here with Daryl Real. He is Vice President of the State Fair of Texas. Now, Daryl, tell me a little bit about how you got into the capacity that you're in currently.
Well, I guess it was probably God's plan. I wasn't necessarily looking for a job, but I heard of an opportunity here at the fair about 7.5 years ago, and I applied, and here I stand today. Always wanted to, work at a livestock show, and the opportunity arose. And I took it
to do. For the public that's walking through your doors, tell us a little bit about what they could expect if they come here to the State Fair.
State Fair has a little bit of something for everybody. We've got tons of fried foods and all kinds of fried bubble gum and we have deep fried buffalo chicken and a flapjack. We've got last year's winners were fried beer and fried butter and fried Coke, We've got tons of fried foods out there, so a lot of people love to eat their way through the fair, and then some like to ride their way through the fair. We've got lots of rides through our midway, and over the last few years we've really been working to build a really nice, neat product, very consumer friendly, much like a miniature theme park. There's a Skyway, there's of course the Texas Star that's 212 feet tall, the Ferris wheel that's permanently installed out here that people can go ride on, get a great view of the skyline of the city of Dallas. And then beyond that, we've been really focusing on putting together a quality package of entertainment across the grounds. We've got a new greenhouse on the midway where we can take care, we showcase landscaping and horticulture in the greenhouse during the fair, but we also use that during the off season to take care of all the plants that we put out across the fairgrounds. Thousands of plants and hanging baskets to beautify the grounds across just from one end of the 277 acre park to the other.
Wow. Well, you know, I know it's Saturday. I believe this weekend there's a special event that's going to happen as well, called the Red River Shootout.
That would be the correct name for it, yes sir. Texas and Oklahoma have played here for a number of years, and we're so excited to have them here and staying. They'll be here for the next several years as time moves on. It's such a great tradition that day. Everybody talks about what they do on Texas OU Day, and there's been lots of reporters cover it and what's your favorite thing to do when you come out that day. Some people have to go get a corn dog, other folks have to go ride a ride before they can go to the game. And then when they're done, hopefully they like to hang around. We always have some good entertainment and maybe eat some of that fried food.
Isn't there also a parade that comes through just about every night?
Every night we've got a parade that comes through at 7 o'clock. So it's meant to be 24 days of the same product, even though in stock shows we have schedules of competitions and those animals will change over. But when a person comes to the fair, we try to make sure we have a product that they can see the same thing every time they come, because there's no way they can do the whole fair in one day.
Right.
So if they want to come today and see and experience some of the agricultural educational programs that we have, either for their kids or for the general public and adults, and then maybe they want to come back and ride some rides another day, or maybe they want to see the parade one night. Each night after the parade, we even have a light show, a laser light show down the Esplanade right afterward. Plus there's the auto show that's here 24 days, tons of shopping and exhibits and just a myriad of things for anybody's taste.
So anybody that comes out, they're going to have a great time if they're at the Texas State Fair.
Correct. It doesn't matter what they're interested in. When you're at the State Fair of Texas, you can find it.
Right. Hey, again, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Next week, we're going to be traveling to Hereford, Texas to meet up with Sullivan Show Supply and the whole Stockshow University crew. Now, they're going to show you how to properly trim and wash and fit your steers for some upcoming events. And until then, here's hoping that we'll see you in the winner's circle. Be sure and check out StockshowConfidential.com. Now, if you have an interesting story, we'd like to hear about it. And also be sure and check out our Breeders' Corner. We have the top, goat, pig, lamb, and steer breeders listed there. Check it out.